What was I thinking making it a priority to date a woman? One of the worst decisions I made in my entire life. Fellas, I'm going to give you 3 lessons I learned at 18 about women. This is going to be real simple, so I'm going to break it down to you easy. The first one is heartbreak. I got my heart broke all the way back in high school. I was dating this woman, I was dating this girl my senior year. I thought everything was going to be all right. I was wrong. The big thing for me was I made it a priority to get a girlfriend. And that wasn't the right thing to do. I look back at it now. And I realized, what was I thinking? What was I thinking making it a priority for a woman to date a woman, to date a girl in high school and on my senior year? What was I thinking? I was thinking, hey, why not? It's my senior year. I'm gonna go out with a bang. Like, why not? One of the worst decisions I made in my entire life, because it turned out to be one of the worst decisions, but also the best decisions, because it literally opened my eyes about women. Okay. One thing that getting my heart broke, taught me was there's more women out there. Literally, there was more women out there. Like, by the time we were done, I mean, it was like in November. Like, I still could have went with a whole nother woman. I still could have talked to a whole nother girl. Who cares? I still could have talked to whoever. Like, it didn't matter, because it's heartbreak. You'll get over it. You're young. You're gonna meet more women. You're gonna talk to more girls. You're gonna fuck more girls. You're gonna have different conversations. You're gonna flirt with women you never even thought you was gonna flirt with. Um, it's a lot that goes into being young, because you're literally setting yourself up. When you get older, that time to set yourself up gets smaller and smaller. The window gets smaller and smaller. You have less time to spend with women when you get older. You have that less time to kind of have fun. So I would use this time at 18 to work. The second reason is focusing on yourself. Focus on yourself, you'll realize a lot about yourself. Like, if you focus on what you want to love on, and what you want to major in, what you want to do, like, it's a lot. It's a lot more than just, oh, I'm gonna go to college. No, it's a lot more to it than that. It's like, hey, do I want to stay at my parents' house when I come home from college? I mean, you got to think that far ahead. What do you want to do for X amount of years? Is there something you want to do? Is there something entertaining you? Is there something that you love that you want to pursue? You're 18. You have time. You have time. But don't think time is going to wait for you. At 18, you get told that you got time, you're young. Guys, that was damn near 10 years ago. I'm not 18 anymore. So when somebody says you have time, no, I don't. I don't have time. and I'm not trying to sit here and take the joy away from being 18. But what I am telling you is act fast. Live now and act fast. You have time for a reason. You will literally, dog. Like people say this, and I didn't think it was true. But now that I'm at the age where I'm at now, dog, I didn't think it was true. You gotta act fast. You gotta act fast, and you gotta have fun. But don't think that fun means, oh, I'm just gonna drink. Oh, I'm just gonna smoke. No. Women love when you focus on yourself, especially when you're committed, especially when you have something going for yourself. If you tell a girl early on that, you know, you are going to this school or you going to that school or you want to do this or you want to do that, they're going to be like, wow, you got all these accolades. You know, I can go back to my high school, and to be honest, I don't even remember our valedictorian. I don't remember his name. I don't know where he's from. I never even talked to him. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying this guy is successful right now, but hey, who knows? I have no idea. Um, but what I can say is women love when you have something going for yourself. So manage that early. Get that through your head. Once you turn 19, 20, hit the ground running. Don't wait up. Women are going to come at you, and they're gonna interrupt you. They're gonna interrupt you. Um, when I was 2019, I didn't have time for women. I didn't let that come in my way. Um, it wasn't until like later on, I started actually dealing with women. But when I was, 19, 20, 21, I didn't have time for women. I didn't. I didn't. I mean, yeah, I had the dating apps, stuff like that, but I don't do that anymore. You know, I gave all that up. Um, I really tried to focus on, making money and making the most of it. I made a lot of money for a guy my age. I made a lot of money. But the one thing I realized is I didn't have any time. I didn't have any time for a woman. I didn't have. I had no time for a woman. Even if when I did, I mean it was like for a brief second. Um, so even family, I barely had time for that. Once I got up, I was gone the whole day. I mean, the majority of the week, I was pretty much working. And although I made a lot of money, I didn't really have a lot of memories for myself. I didn't really have like really anything to look back on and said, "Wow, what was I that like this is so amazing." Like, and like women love you know a guy who's going somewhere, but you gotta give yourself a break. You gotta give yourself time to relax. I think I kind of blew that off because I was just like, you know what? I'm really kind of better off without a woman. But in reality, I didn't think that was true. That wasn't the truth. In my head, that's kind of what it was. I was kind of just done for a while, and I realized, hey, maybe it's time to just work. Maybe it's time to just make this money and see where it takes me. And like I said, I made a lot of money, but I didn't have that time with women that I thought I could have. Um, you know, the third thing is the third reason is building confidence. Building confidence. Like in high school, I never had confidence. Never did. Not even close. I thought, having confidence meant like, oh, you could talk to any girl. No. Having confidence is even when you get rejected, you can still talk to another girl. You can still conversate with another woman. That's what confidence is. Cause your confidence doesn't get ruined when that one girl says no. That's confidence. Um, I never thought to really build on it. Like early on, I thought I was just like, I thought I was good. I thought I was, just one of the guys. I could talk to any girl and they'll talk to me. I realized I'm not like one of those guys. I don't have that charisma. I don't have that swagger. I don't have that that him factor. I don't have any of that. And the truth is, it's okay. You don't have to have that. You don't have to be that guy. You can be the guy that maybe one to two girls talk to you. It's fine. It's not a big deal when you're literally just starting it out. You listen, if you're not blessed with the looks, if you're not blessed with, you know, maybe the long, luscious hair, maybe cheekbones, maybe you don't have abs, maybe you're not the big, maybe you're not the, maybe you don't have the genetics, maybe you're just not a genetically modified guy, maybe you just don't have that. But what you do have is confidence. Okay, you don't have the looks, you don't have the swagger, but you have confidence. If you can build on that early, it doesn't matter what girl you talk to. You have confidence. It doesn't matter if she says no. It doesn't matter if she says yes. At the end of the day, you have confidence. And confidence it doesn't just revolve around women. It revolves around you. It revolves around yourself. It revolves around yourself. Okay? You have to understand that building confidence is about making a bubble for yourself. And when I mean a bubble, I mean, hey, I can have this. I can have that. I can have this. I can have that. I can have I can have attributes. Maybe I don't have the looks. I can have the smarts. Maybe I don't have the nonchalant. But maybe I don't have the popular guy attitude, but I can be nonchalant. And that is just as powerful as the guy who is popular.